Hey guys, how's it going? It's Train Track Trav here, and welcome to another video. Today's video is a little bit different. I'm almost kind of reaching out to you guys and asking you guys for some information, because I got something in this box here that I'm not really sure. Well, I know what it is inside, but I'd like to know where it came from. So this basically starts out with a story. Last Sunday, I was at church, and one of the ladies that sings in the choir with me came up to me and said, "Travis, I got something at a yard sale that I thought you would like, and I know that you would be able to understand and appreciate for what it is, and I know you're going to love it." And so normally when people say that, it's a book or a beat up, Thomas the Tank Engine thing, something that you're not really interested in. You're as rail fans, we're grateful for it, but we're not really we want the nicer stuff. So I thought, okay, it's going to be some book or something like that. But she walks in and she has this box. And I'm thinking, oh, this is different. There's something in there, maybe a model or something like that. And I could hear the noise of what's inside. And I thought, oh, that's different. So I'm thinking maybe some tiny pins, like little decorative shirt pins or something. I don't know. When I opened this box, I was completely blown away. I was just awestruck by what I saw. Now I'm going to tell you, there are some pieces missing, and it's not in perfect condition, but still, I was absolutely blown away. And I never in a million years thought I would be able to own or possess what is in this box. So, without any further ado, I'm going to open the box and show you guys what is inside. Are you ready? You sure? You sitting down? Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's brass. That is brass. Now, I understand, I see that it's in pieces and it's not in the best of shape, but still, this is brass, and I'd like to get a little bit of information on it. Before we go any further, I'm going to show you the first thing that's in the box. So I'm going to move the box aside, and here is one of the engines. This is a brass shell. It's still got the motor inside. Of an Alco RS1, and first of all, I know I've heard about brass and I knew that it's tough, but it is genuinely really tough stuff. I mean, normally these handrail stanchions on plastic models, this is gone, but no, it's all here. Smaller details like the handrails here on the end are still there. There's no lights, but the handrails are all here. The air horn here is on the top, and the detail that's molded into it, or molded, or I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about brass other than it's pretty. The detail that's in the molding is pretty nice. Now I looked in the box for wheel sets for it, and I only found one. There is still inside the shell, you can't see it, but in here I looked, and there is a motor in here, so it does have a motor. So I'm going to set this off to the side, and here's one of the wheel sets for it. Now this wheel set is really interesting as to how it's geared, because you have the shaft coming off the motor, and then that goes directly to the two worms. Here is called a spiral thing, it's called worms, and that goes directly to the gears on the axles, and I've never seen that before. I thought that was really clever, but this is all solid brass, at least I believe it is. I don't know. Oops, that off to the side. And another thing that's in here are pieces of a steam locomotive. Now I've tried to put it together. I couldn't quite get it together, but I'll take it out piece by piece. And I have checked, and these are HO scale, as I'm sure you could already tell. So here's the boiler and cab, firebox, boiler, cab. All the domes on the top, dynamo, safety valves, steam dome, sand dome. It looks like the bell used to be right there. That's missing. That's the only thing that I found on these things. In terms of small details, that's missing. Again, it doesn't have a headlight in it. No cab detail. Just goes straight down into the boiler. So there's that, and then some driving wheels. I couldn't find any pilot or training wheels, or trailing wheels. Here's the frame. Here's a piece of something important. Looks like it goes to part of the steam engine that seems to fit the bill, maybe like that. Maybe? I don't know. And then the cylinders and the slide rods. There's no side rods. And then this is a weight. I believe this goes to the Alco diesel. This weight here. But I'm not sure. So there's that. Here's the pieces of the steam engine. Now, one thing I will note about this is that the condition of the box it came in is pretty rough. So as you can see, the box, it was, as she was giving it to me at church, it was falling apart in my hands as I was looking through it. It says on the end of the box, diesel switcher, so that refers to this. Now, how a steam engine got in a diesel switcher box, I don't know. But here's the interesting thing about this box that I'm interested in. Obviously, someone has scribbled onto it Wolf Railroad, which I think maybe one of the guys was talking about. Maybe it's a pet name for some uncle or something. They always called him Wolf or something. So this belongs to Uncle Wolf, I guess, was his nickname. I don't know. Railroad. But here on the box are these stamps, and they say T.M.S. Tetsudo Mokisha. I don't know. I don't speak Japanese. Tetsudo Mokisha. And I'm wondering if that is the company that may have made these. But I was telling them, I say usually brass models are handmade. But I don't know. I haven't done any research on it, which I probably should have now that I'm thinking about it. And then it has a telephone number on here for it. For I guess what would be Tetsudo Mokisha or whatever. But my question is, do any of you brass people know anything about these models? Are they made by a company called Tetsudo Mokisha? Or are they handmade? Where are they from? I don't know anything about them. At this point, I am definitely not interested in selling them. So that's out of the question. So don't ask me how much I want, because I'm not going to get rid of these anytime soon. But yeah, that's what I'd like to know. I'd like to know any information that you guys have about these models. Let me get them these pieces stacked together. Yeah, I'd like any information you guys have about these models. As I say, these were gifted to me. The lady at church, she bought it at a yard sale, church yard sale, and I was absolutely staggered when I opened that box and found brass models inside. I never in a million years thought that I would be able to own brass models. But alas, here it is. Now, as I say, I believe this is brass. I'm hoping there's not going to be a comment on this video dashing my dreams and saying, it's just aluminum that's painted to look like brass. But I'm pretty sure these are old brass models. Now, another thing is that when you consider the age of the box that it came in, as I was saying before, it's fallen apart. I'm thinking that these models are as old as the box is. Now, obviously, the metal, which, as I say, I think is brass, is more robust than the cardboard box. So I'm wondering if these models were made in the 60s or the 50s or who knows when. I'm guessing because I know that brass models last a long time, and I'm looking at some of the tooling, like on this wheel set here, seems to be of an older style tooling. So I'm wondering if that is any identification as to the age of these models. Again, as I say, I know brass models tend to last a long time, and I know that brass collectors will exchange models that are, 50, 60 years old. So that's my story on these models. Again, if anyone has any information as to the whereabouts of these models, or if any information would be really nice. Again, I say, the box says T.M.S. Tetsuro Mokisha. Tetsuro, T-E-T-S-U-D-O, and then hyphen M-O-K-E-I-S-H-A. So again, Tetsuro Mokisha. I don't know. Like I say, I don't speak Japanese. And then T.M.S. I would guess that T.M. stands for Tetsuro Mokisha. But I wouldn't know what the S stands for. So yeah, this is my score, I'll call it, from church. And this is what was found. As I say, any information, I sound like a broken record, any information on these models would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.